how expensive is it? Like realistically, our ranged hero is gonna want to try and buy that before BKBs and critical items, Hurricane Pikes and Ags. I don't know. Yay, new item. Sorry, I should have given you the real answer. Woohoo! We saw the new item, Nomad. Yeah.
We also saw an essence
Look
display.
at
Didn't
show
see
me
the
that.
consecrated
And
red,
then
I
it-
don't think, or the other one, the Cruxella thing. Which most people seem to think is kind of
ဘလူးလေးသွားလိုက်မဘလူးလေးသွားလိုက်မလဲ
What's up?
They have found
အင်းဝင်လေးရှုံးသွား
problem. Jakiro is the problem. There's no more Jakiro. Spirit
He's
removed
gone.
the Jakiro.
Okay, they can survive. Oh, and then they go for the tree.
အင်းဝင် tree ရှင်းအော် free နဲ့
The games that they lost in the event so far is just only against Jakiro.
Well, you'd like
Oh,
to think that
no.
maybe someone would have picked up on that stat earlier. You know, it's kind of surprising it took them this long, but they are in the upper bracket, so maybe they didn't need to learn that quickly.
Oh, there you go. You just got a piece of paper off
You
the
shouldn't
floor. That
be
must
near.
have been the one with the
Yeah,
band Jakiro written on it.
တော့ patch ပြောင်းသွားတာအကောင်တွေကအကောင် spell တွေကဘလူးလေးပြောင်းသွားလဲငါလည်းမသိဘူး
Paper was the Jakiro one. Unlucky. Well,
ငါလည်းမသိဘူး
alright, anyway, Tree gets picked up, but didn't it get some pretty big nerfs? Like his shard, the restore time is like insanely long now. The charges also got
Charges.
decreased. Yeah. That's like to me that's like a,
armor got nerfed as well, right? The lower levels of your armor kind of it got nerfed.
ဒိုဒါ
Level
ဒို
four
ဒါ
is the
ဒို
same,
ဒါ
nerfed
ဝင်းရဒိုဒါဒူးတချင်းလေးပြန်နားထောင်လိုက်ရ
yeah. But at least okay, so in that sense, Tree is still going to be
Yeah,
the
MTK.
same post laning hero.
Ah.
Regardless of how powerful living armor is. Of course, in lane he'll build.
ကြော်ညာရင်လား what the fuck
เวลาที่ทานของเย็นแล้วจี๊ดขึ้นมาเลย อาจจะเป็นสัญญาณของเคลือบฟันที่บางลง ถ้าปล่อยไว้อาจจะแย่ลงได้
ဝင်းလေးလည်းလွတ်တယ်ပြီ Yeah
Attention please.
Action please
It's time for esport. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. MTK and Mr. Win.
ဝင်း
Game မဟုတ်ရန်ရေကိုမြင့်တင်ပေးတဲ့အားကစားခု This is esport ချား foreign နဲ့ဘောင်းကွာချားနာဘူး Game ဆော့လို့ဖေရောမေရောဆော့ပါငါတို့ကို all sell တဲ့တလောကလုံးနဲ့တိုက်ကန်လုပ်ပြီး
တော်တော်ဆော်သေးပဲ Yeah
We like it Dota. Yeah, we
playing Dota
Yeah, we like it. And we play it all the time. Dota is the most
we sing
ကြိုက်တာမေးလက်တံပြောမယ်မေးစမ်း skip ရတယ်ငါမကြွယ်ဘူး Tough on all the Asian ရှေ့ကြတဲ့ခါဝဲမျိုးလိုချင်းနေမျိုးမှာပဲဖြစ်ဖြစ် epic camper နိုင်တယ်အားမလျှော့ရဒီကမင်းရဲ့စိတ်ဓာတ်နဲ့အတွေ့အကြုံကစကားပြောပါ
Button begin
ကိုတိုင်ရတက်ကြီးအောင်နိုင်ဖို့တော့ငါတို့စပြီးချီတက်စစ်ပွဲတဲ့တော့ခက်ခဲမှာပဲငါတို့ဘွားကြီးတိတက် Top lane ကိုတန်ကိုတွေမန်းကိုတွေပြင်းနေဖိသိလာကြမင်းကဘာလို့ရုံကောက်မှာလားဒါမှမဟုတ် creep ပိတ်မှာလားငါတို့ carry ဒါကြောင့်ငါကို
Free before
ready ရပေါ်တော့လာတဲ့ crystal နဲ့ sea band လို့တွေ့ငါလုံးတော့စင်ငါတော့မတိုက်သေးဘူး OB ကနာရင်သွားထောင်မယ်ဒါမှငါတို့ကို back shot လာပတ်တဲ့ကချားမြည်ရအောင်ဒီလက်တော့ငါတို့ crystal ရဲ့တကောင်းနဲ့နေခဲ့မယ် fire နာစိတ်လေးပါတယ်ဟိုဘက်ကနူးရွနေရဆောက်တွဲတွေနဲ့ sea band crystal ကို crystal ထိုင်ဆောင်ဖြစ်နေလိုက်ကြတာမြတ်သူ့လေ item ဖတ်ဖို့တော့တဲ့ချင်းနေလိုက်ကြတာဟလား OB တောင်မှတွေ့တာကန်ကကြီးက level ကရမ်းกว่าကြီးกว่าတင်မကြီးရေ
ဆလာဒါဘာ
နည်းလို့ခံလိုက်ရတာနောက်ကြရင်ငါပြန်တက်အောင်မှာမင်းတော့ကြည့်ပဲတိုက်တွေနဲ့အခြားလက် back shot ပတ်အောင်ကွာ game မဟုတ်ရန်ရေကိုမြင့်နေပေးတဲ့အားကစားခု this is esport ချား foreign နဲ့ဘောင်းကွာချားနာဘူး game ဆော့လို့ဖေရောမေရောဆော့ပါငါတို့ကို all sell တဲ့တလောကလုံးနဲ့တိုက်ကန်လုပ်ပြီး shot ကိုဆော့တယ်ပဲ yeah we like it Dota yeah we play Dota yeah we like it and we play it all the time Dota is the most we say it ကြိုက်တာမေးလက်တံပြောမယ်မေးစမ်း skip ရတယ်ငါမကြွယ်ဘူး Tough on all the Asian ရှေ့ကြတဲ့ခါဝဲမျိုးလိုချင်းနေမျိုးမှာပဲဖြစ်ဖြစ် epic camper နိုင်တယ်အားမလျှော့ရအဓိကမင်းရဲ့စိတ်ဓာတ်နဲ့အတွေ့အကြုံကစကားပြောပါ The battle begins ဟာဒီဒီနဲ့ပွဲကကြ item တွေ family တွေကွာသွား Mirana စိတ်တွေလည်းမူးပြမချိန်ပဲရမ်းပြစ်နေတာဟာဒီကြားတဲ့မူးမြဖောက်တဲ့ကြားတဲ့ကောင်ကရှိသေးတယ် MTK မြောင်းနဲ့မှ room တွေ့တဲ့ ball တိုက်ကောက်ချင်းမိပြေးခဲ့
မူရာတာရဲ့ tree ရှင်းရဲ့မူရာတာကတော့ carry ပဲဒါတို့ရဲ့ carry ပဲ
မပိုင်လက်စံ tree ဝတ်ထောင်ကွာဒါမှ Ricky နဲ့ Bounty ကို K ပဲကြံစီတော့အောင်ပါဝေးပါရှင်းလို့ကြွေးခံရတာသူရဲ့ level 7 ultimate ဖတ်နေတဲ့ဇူးကိုပြန်ကန်လိုက်တာ Dandy ပတ်ရဲ့နာပြီးချိန်ဟိုဘက်က ready ရဲ့တန်တေးစားပြီး Roshan import တဲ့ပြန်ချိန်သွားအဲ့ဒီ ready ရဲ့ငါစိန်သားတွေကို like game မပြန်နိုင်ပြ Ricky Ayo Ricky Danny Devil Love Master Shaker Neutral Prophet Digger Final Laser Share of B QOB Lish Lion Ace please Fiber wave drug Max value ဆိုတော့အထီးရဆိုတက်ဆိုင်မှုတွေနဲ့တင်းဝတ်လက်မြန်မှု family ဖြတ်တဲ့ချင်းနဲ့ကြီးတဲ့မှုဓာတ်တွေအားလုံးပေါင်းမှရမှာ skill ဆိုတဲ့စီးတဲ့တစ်ခုသုံးသက်မှာဘူးလားမလဲ ready ရတဲ့ dial တစ်ခုတွေကဘူးလားမလဲ ဆိုတာတော့အစဆုံးကြည့်ပြီးလေးလာဆုံးမြတ်တဲ့မိတ်ဆွေကိုယ်တိုင်ပဲ game မဟုတ်ရန်ရည်ကိုပြည့်
ဝါမင်းဆိုမလားရ
This is e-sport chance for it နဲ့ဘောင်းကွာချာတာဘူး game ဆိုလို့ဖေးရောမေရောစော်ပါငါတို့ကိုအော်ဆဲလဲတစ်လုံးကလုံးနဲ့တိုက်ကန်လုပ်ပြီး Dota ကိုစော်တယ်ပဲ yeah we like it Dota yeah we play Dota yeah we like it and we play it all the time Dota is the most we say it တိုက်တာမေးလက်တက်ပြောမယ်မေးစမ်း skip ရတယ်ငါမချွေဘူး
liquid EI7 liquid
မျိုးမှာပဲဖြစ်ဖြစ် epic cover နိုင်တဲ့အားမလျှော့ရဒီကမင်းရဲ့စိတ်ဓာတ်နဲ့တွေ့ကြုံမှာစကားပြောတာရှောင်းပြောလို့ channel ကလို့မြ frozen throw ရဲ့ game တစ်ခုပြ ice sport ရဲ့ညံစားခဲ့လို့ရခဲ့တယ် Dota ကိုအောက်ပိုင်းတိတ်လောင်းအောင်ကျွန်တော်တွေထုံကျင်နေတဲ့အထိခောက်ဆွဲပြတဲ့ဘွဲနဲ့ဆော့ရတာရန်ကိုခုံမင်းနေခဲ့ပြီ2010မှာ Dota နဲ့ Baby ပူပေါင်းသူရှင်ကာထွဲအချိန်မှာ Dota ကနောက်ချိန်မှာကြီးကျယ်ခမ်းနားလာလိုက်ပဲလို့ဘာသူထင်မှာလဲခုဆို e-sport နေနဲ့ TI ESL star တွေပွဲကြီးနေပေးတာကဒေါ်လာမီလီယံနဲ့ချီတဲ့ heavy
Marcy Archimed
ခုဆို China Universe မဲ့မူရှိမီရာကက်ကနေ Daily as for fear benefit ဒီမိပါတယ်အတက worldwide local မှာဆိုကက is there ဒီဘောပေါင်းပြီးဘာမှအာနာဝင်သိ
ပြင်းပြေခဲမဟုတ်ရန်ရေးကိုမြစ်တပေးတဲ့အားစ this is e-sport ဘလောကလုံးနဲ့တိုက်ကန်လုပ်ပြီး Dota ကိုစော်လဲပဲ yeah we play in Dota strong spirit mid ဘာသာ carry တိုက်ကြီးอ่ะအော့ fusion อ่ะပိုက်လောက်သွားမှာဘောကလည်းဒီနေ့ဦးကတော့အဲ့လောက်ကြောက်စရာမကောင်းဘူးဆလာရာကြီးကြာဆလာရာလည်းရိုက်ဖို့တော့မရှိဘူးဟောအကင်းမေမာစီဆလာရာတွဲဟေးမာစီဆလာရာတွဲလိုက်ရော
ใครจะเตะแชมพูมา
ไอ้ထိုင်း AD တွေတက်တာကြီး
Might be pretty chill. Of course, Spirit will be able to pick out a phase. They technically
Marcy
are
Salada
holding the Muerta flex between 4 and carry, but it's probably already decided. Even Yandex is like, cool, whatever. We're just taking away some of the stronger 4 positions that can, keep the Tide through lane. Tide Hunter Lion, such a classic lineup. This is like old DPC Alliance, draft. We first pick Tide, we pick Lion, we play any lane.
ကျုံးအောင်မှာဒီဘက်ရှယ်ကျုံးအောင်မှာဟိုဒီဘက်
Stun, you're kind of gonna be pretty good.
ဒီဝါလီကျုံးလိုက်
combination.
Could
Jong
Wings
lah.
be like a nice replacement, like with the gush and punish people in a lane. Probably tight Hu Wings, probably like the strongest combinations for the lane.
X
Kind of pressure and get kills.
S ban နေဆိုတော့ offlane S
I feel like
Salada
I'm
mid
missing
လား
here.
Salada
I feel like-
mid
What is a better 4 now for them? It's just, I'm just looking at Spirit's lineup. It's like whatever the 4 pick is, I just want to see the hero.
ဟောကဆန်တို့ကြီးပြန်ပစ်သွားရင်
Because we spoke about how important Rue's role was in the last game, but his
ဆန်တို့ကြီး
lane
တော့မပစ်ပါဘူး
disappeared
ဆန်
so
တို့ကြီးက
quickly
ဘာ
that
မှ
it
လုပ်
doesn't
မရ
really matter. But like he has to be able to contest runes. He should be able
မာတော့
to
မာမှာ
at least set up Tide with small camp block. You are now level 3. I can go make moves, but there's some kind of cool creative here.
Snapfire Snapfire နောက်ပိုင်းမတွေ့တော့နော် nap ထားလို့လားမသိဒီနေ့ဦးလည်းခွဲလို့ရတယ်လေ
It also has to be a range.
Like
so
fire.
you can actually work well with the tide.
အဲ့လိုရှိအောင်လဲ
Do you think it might end up in a situation where there's no pause force already? Then they have
position 4 လူနေတာ
Potentially, because I'm looking at the 4s, and again, like maybe I'm just missing a really obvious hero.
ကီပါ
Like they pick it, and I go, ah.
win 0 lose 0ကီပါအေးအစိမ်းပက်ပလိုက်တာ okay ကီပါ
Okay.
not the best with tide.
No.
ကီပါ
It's good with the storm. You have the chakra, but
oh
not so much.
Yeah, that's what
You are
I'm like.
my-
I see the hero, I'm like, okay,
You
yeah,
are my-
sure. Like you're gonna be
You are
able to
my-
like stack camps. You're gonna throw some like mana on a storm, and he's gonna be like, ooh, yay, more fight for me. But like, Spirit is
ကီပါ stroke
kind of potential. Like Tide needs to go Ags.
Don't straight
Kossel
keeper
then has
on it.
Illuminate. Murta with Deadshot, like they can hold this game hostage. Like if they lose out the
ဟို
early
က
game,
ဟောက်ပွင့်ပန်
they are
သွား
going to be so disgusting in their ability just to toxically push waves
အာ
and
အဲ
just
ကောင်တော့မ
leave
လို့ပြီး
Yandex
ခဲ့ပါ
in like in a limbo of like you need to close this game up correctly or we will just eventually overcome the problems that you made for us.
Yeah.
ဒီပါအပင်မလဲပပင်မလဲ
Let's have a look. Final pick
Where's Mali?
Yandex. And they need
Jubi.
themselves either an offlaner or a mid laner, and they are going to go in for the.
Oh, Jubi mid lah.
Pain is a final
Jubi
pick
mid.
for them. So nice bit of
That's
damage coming
it.
through. This
How
will
dare.
tie off noticed on the
That's
slider,
Gary.
and
I
round
can
it
make
up
Gary.
quite nicely.
ဒါ
how does
ပါ
this Yandex
ပန်တူ
draft
ရာတို့
differ
ပေါ်လာရူ
from
ဘောနဲ့
the
လူ
last
စုံ
one?
နေဟာ
I think very similar from the
အရင်
last
အ
one.
ရင်
They're
ပွဲတွေ
kinda
တော့
trying
ဟာ
to just
make a
play well ahead.
stand
from
in
the
there,
early
so
phase. They have pretty strong lanes, and then they have like a good matchup in the mid lane. So they're definitely looking to do the same thing where they try to win the lane, control the
ဆန်
lanes,
ဆက်စာ
and just try to snowball from there. But this time, I think Spirit has a
တော့
much
ဖုတ်လောက်တယ်
better
ဟိုဘက်ဒီ
setup
ဘက်
in
ကတော့
the lanes. I kind of like their draft this time more. So I feel like they should be able to.
က
answer
ဆလာဒါ
better this
ဆလာဒါတက်ကဘာညာနဲ့ဖုတ်มาရယ်ဂျူဘီဝင်มาရယ်ဟိုဘက်ကလည်းဒီပါစတုံးစပရစ်ဝင်มาရယ်
draft adjustment
ထရီရှန်ကစကောင်းလုံးมา
I agree with Winter that they got better lanes this time. I think Lao
တက်ကွာ
should be
ညမတက်
checked out
ညမတက်လေကြိုက်နေပဲ
better this time.
အသိန်းလုံးတက်
I'm still really scared of like what happens if the lanes do go poorly. Yandex, they have all this damage. They can take Roshan, they can take Tormenta, they can farm the stacks really efficiently. They're going to be able to itemize to deal with the your Toro Morta that needs so much time to get online. So for that, I'm kind of worried for them. But yeah, Yandex, like their draft, if they execute on it cleanly, it'll be really fun with the amount of kills that they can find. Like all of their heroes want to like play with each other to break the entire map.
I think there's a lot of responsibilities on
Takwa,
Trian,
takwa,
on
takwa.
Panther. He needs to be the one
Hey.
lead ganking. He needs to help the tide, get some kills there, and sort of like get the early game going for them.
Hey.
You know, if he doesn't do that, I feel like might have a hard time. You know, going into the mid game.
အဲ့ရမြော
Alrighty, Yandex one game up.
I love
So
it,
they
yeah.
can't pull it together. They will be knocked down to the low bracket here at TL1 Birmingham. Can they pull it out of the bag? Let's find out with our casting duo of Ricky and Zach.
Thank you, Nomad.
Let's go, let's go.
Game number 2 about to begin. Based off last game, Yandex absolutely dominated the laning stage. They came out of it with a ton of momentum. Pretty much never gave Spirit
အဲ့ဒီ
a
လောက်ပြန်
legitimate
ပြီးတဲ့
avenue.
မန်လေးငလင်း
They had a
လောက်သွား
couple
ပြီ
attempts to try and pull things back, but for the most part, it was Yandex's
Okay.
game from start to finish. We'll see what they do this time around. Zach, how do you feel about the draft?
ငလင်းငလင်းလောက်သွား
Obviously,
ပြီ
kind of a weird question on the new patch. Like, oh, which
ပြ
team's
ည့်
better?
တဲ့
But,
လူတွေလေ
do you believe more in this draft?
ငလင်းကတစ်မျိုး
Well, hold that thought.
ဒီဝေးရတစ်မျိုး
We'll see if they can finish off Chira Junior here. First,
Hold on,
a great way to
Bubble
start
up.
the game, and it goes to collapse. And he leveled Blink at the last second. That
Bubble up.
is very painful.
He didn't want to. He was waiting, but by the time he saw the blast coming in, he couldn't level it and blink out fast enough. So yeah, the indecision kind of got him there. He really wanted to greed out to start with a regular
yeah.
ability.
တက်ကတော့လာတယ်
Lose on every front.
He's got one yummy fish already.
One fish. I missed the
Huge.
animation. Dang, I haven't actually seen the animation. This is all I care about, actually. Fishing, dude. One way or the other, fishing is slowly being added in the foraging, and now this.
True.
Fishing is becoming real. 7.8, wherever, like down the line, however many years it takes, fishing will be in Dota.
We're getting
Anyways,
there.
back to your
Dana
original question.
Garo,
Oh, wait,
you are a
they're gonna
mic.
show me the walk
That's
animation. Yes!
Yummy.
Thank
ကောင်းပါ
Thank you, production. Well,
Love that.
as for the lane, it should be pretty
Tibin,
easy
Tibin
to
is
start
guy,
with
huh?
this first wave.
ဒီကြပါလားတော့တပင်ကားရမှာပဲတပင်ကားရမှာပဲ
The Queen of Pain's supposed to kind
တပင်
of
ကားရမှာပဲ
dominate, I would say, like the first 3-ish levels, but with Storm Spirit, it's pretty chill. You know, considering there's no dagger to worry about until now.
လက်စစ်ကတော့ကောင်းပါလေ
Yeah, it's an easier start for him. But of course, once you're back to like, I don't know, level 4, you're kind of back on track. Just
ပူပြီးကတော့နှိမ်ပါပဲ
At least
အဲ့ဒါ
it
ကြီး
doesn't go to Laurel, otherwise that makes it even
ဒါပေမဲ့ဒီကောင်
worse for him.
border ရရင်
Already
AC ပါ border နဲ့
went over
run
to
မှာ
collapse,
border
which
run
is
မှာ
a
border
much
လိုက်ကော
better
င်း
start
တော့
for
အဲ့မှာ
Spirit. Because draft aside, I think what really fell apart for Spirit was just
ပြီးချက်နေရကြီးအေးတစ်ပင်နေကုန်ကိုက်ခံရအဲ့လိုကြောင့်လည်းစိတ်ညစ်စရာကောင်းတော်ကိုက်ပြည့်တယ်
The Marcy Slardar combo
ကောင်းတယ်လေဒဲရိုက်ပဲအဲ့မှာမီလီနှစ်ကောင်ဆိုတော့ကြတော့ AC ပဲဒီကောင်ဟီးမဲ့ကောင် ဟောတိုက်ကြီးကလည်းဖြဲ
So as long as
Okay,
Spirit
maybe.
does better down there, I feel like that's already
လောက်တာ
a lot of improvement from game one. That feels like, you know, we just never felt Yatoro's presence in the last game. He did his best to creep cut, but the scaling damage they needed from him, the moments we saw him join, it just wasn't enough. The same idea, like it's a different hero on the Muerta, but it's the same concept, right? Her ultimate will be quite strong versus a lot of Yandex's draft. A lot of their heroes are meant to play fast, you know, win this game before you get to that scary spirit late game. You can't be losing the save lane super hard like last time. That's ultimately what cost them.
Yeah, I actually really like the changes to Muerta in this patch. We'll see, you know, how good it actually makes her. I think on paper, it seems pretty strong, but we'll have to see what ends up happening. Top lane, another kill, and another big fishy for Collapse. He's up to 2 now. He's a big boy.
He's eating 2 yummy fish.
Here's the thing: we've been seeing Alchemist actually get picked up for you know, the first time in quite a while. This hero was kind of dead. I honestly don't exactly know why. I mean, teams are believing in it. Maybe it's the change.
Make up le du wa be let's say le တိတ်မကောင်း
You know,
တော့
like I don't
တ
really
နိုင်တောင်တိတ်မလုံးကြဘူး
why he's back.
ကယ်ရီကမှတနိုင်လုံးပြီ
You know, teams are going for him.
Oh,
I feel like he's pretty solid.
တော့
I'll give you my theory after we see this Lotus fight break out. Pulled back it. That was
ကောင်းကောင်းတော့မောက်ပါပဲမောက်ပါပဲအဲ့နှစ်ကောင်ကြားနေရတော့
first blood, or not the first blood, the
Oh,
first
my
kill
bad.
down here, and the healing Lotus. The first kill they need, because that's what they want. They want to repeat how the last game was going. Last hit's not going as well as before, so they do want to find these kills.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned, right? You don't have a good ways of escaping this duo once they actually get on top of you, so good stuff there from Soxa and Notice to take advantage of like the low armor hero that is Trio.
တနိုင်လေးတွေဝိုင်းလုံးနေ
Yeah,
ကြ
the
တာ
Lotus kind of forced the issue, forced them to get close. Back to this Alchemist
မိက
question.
6កောင်တနိုင်လောက်ထားတယ်
If
ဒီ
you
ဘက်ကတော့
remember
တစ်
a
ကောင်
couple
ပဲ
patches ago, before the
Ah.
waterways got added, we had that camp behind the safe lane tower that was the medium and the small camp, which is essentially what we're back to. Most carries cannot do ancients that early, but a lot can do medium and small camps. And so you see Malady stacking already. Alchemist, you know, he's going to use acid spray, he's going to farm both. It's kind of farming Alchemist likes.
Yeah.
I'm
The
you,
best
Logan.
items against him was Shiva's. Shiva's gave you armor, it gave you anti-heal, it slowed down his attack speed. It has more armor, but it doesn't have the anti-heal that it used to, which I think makes it now a little more awkward. Like there's the anti-heal items are essentially Spirit Vessel, which some heroes can build, but it can be answered by Dispels. Then there is Scotty, which only some heroes can build and is typically a carry hero. And then it's the new item, Krella's Crozier, can like steal your health restoration, essentially reducing it. And I'm not really sure who's building that right now. But it doesn't have that like neat fit like Shiva's did, which a lot of mid heroes who were the ones who would try to slow down the Alch, they were like, yeah, I'll build it, you know? I don't care. It's the perfect item for me.
Yeah, my thought process was
Hey, no
like,
phone,
I guess
so that
the
even-
small medium is back behind the tower, and like that
Oh,
was
the
what
hit.
made Alchemist really strong. Like you accept that
အဲ့လို
you're
အ
gonna
ခိမ
lose
က
your
ရင်
lane,
အဲ့လို
and
စ
then
တက်
you
များ
do
များ
it,
လေးစား
you're
ခြင်း
like, haha, I'm back.
ဘလငါ
Right?
အော
So
ဒီဘလငါ
we're
အော
still
His
seeing
own
a lot of
fish.
stacks being made by Spirit at the same time. Like they know that this is the game plan for the Alchemist. So Collapse, who is having an absolute free lane, is going to have an enormous
ဟောလဲ
amount of
တိုက်
space
ကြီး
in the
နဲ့
jungle to clear up as well.
ခဏပါစံတော့
Just
they're,
kidding. Laurel's got him.
Well, Laurel takes the hard camp, right? But that ancient camp is definitely going to go to Collapse.
တော့ပြီးပြီ
Rotation from Panto, very nice root in with the damage.
What the-
Watson's gonna die, and did Collapse get the fish? He
Fish,
did.
yeah.
Lost the animation.
ကတ်တိုးလေးလာတာဘောကနေကတ်တိုးလေးလာထွေးရှက်
Unfortunate.
ဟောဘောကောင်လဲစစ်တော့ရနေပြီစတုံးဆိုရနောက်ကမာစီထောက်နေပြီမာစီထောက်ရင်လိုက်လောက်တယ်မန်နာတော့မရှိတော့
Rotations. It's very sneaky on the Treant. Thanks to these guys. You
ဇာတာဟိုဘက်မှာအာဂိမ်းဝင်
slow down the Alchemist.
ဇာတာပဲ
See what they can do to help mid. Though Tree's kind of an awkward hero to help mid.
ရော
He
အဲ့
used
မှာ
to
ဟော
just spam,
ဖတ်တလား
Marcy's
Marcy
passive
courier
kept the
buff.
courier alive.
That's big. Those are the boots. That being said,
Career game you look. Career game
Melodies in
you.
a really rough
Career
spot.
game
Does
you.
have dive, but the
Career
damage
game
coming
you.
in from
That.
Collapse. He
Oh.
wants the fish, man. He's gonna chase after this
Oh.
one.
တက်လဲရှိတယ်
One more anchor
RDB
smash,
ထောက်ပြီ
maybe
ကွာ
do it. Ravage.
What the
Okay.
fuck အာ
I would have ravaged.
လွတ်သွားသေးတယ်
You know,
He doesn't want the fish
ဒီ
back.
ထောက်อ่ะ
Mistake.
အဲ့လိုက်တာ
I'll save it for a more important kill. Preferably the alchemist, of course.
Yeah, the Alk or the Quap, right? You probably just walk to one of the lanes.
ဝစစ် Robert ကြီးပေးလိုက်ရင်လည်းနှမျိုးသေးရ
Lane performance out of Spirit. All 3 cores looking really good in terms of CS. Definite improvement from game 1. We'll see how long they can keep this going though, because there is like a timer where Notice gets level 6. Suddenly, Corrosive Haze is a very good ability to.
နောက်ကတော့
to
1K
game
ရ
with,
တဲ့ကွာသေးပါ
especially
ဘူး
if Sox is nearby.
ရန်ကလည်းကျန်းနေခုနလည်းတော်ကျန်းနေဂိမ်းဝမ်းတော့ဖုတ်ချက်
I think his game plan is pretty much what we're seeing right now, which is jungle.
That's always Alchemist game plan, right? You got to get the Radiance, blink before you really start doing too much, and it's your opponent's job to mess with you, which is exactly what Spirit's trying to do right now. Won't be easy to
ဟို
kill.
တောင်ဝါရှိကိုလိုက်တာ
He's
လို့
not comfortable farming.
လိုက်ပြီး
Gonna need some help though.
ပေါင်းရောက်သွားပြီလိုက်ပြီး
Some help is
အဲ့လိုကတော့ Robert ပေးလေတန်တယ်အာအဲ့ဒါကိုပြောတာ
yeah, they could definitely just
ပတိ
drop the
ဟေ့
ravage.
ဟေ့
They really want the fish.
ဟေ့ဟေ့ဟေ့အေးကာခရီးရမရှိ
One
ပါ
more gush,
อื
one
ม
second. Oh yeah.
အဲ့ Robert ပေးလေတန်တယ်လေဟုတ်တယ် Scary ရတော့
That's why you don't ravage a Phoenix. You know, you want the Alchemist. You want the Alchemist fish, right? Not the Phoenix's fish.
မနဲ့ငါရော
I like that they block that camp in the back too. That they know what Alchemist wants to do. You actually used to do this in the past too when we had the small camp and the medium camp back there. You would sometimes block these.
They're actually scanning, seeing if they're going for a D ward or something. If the Phoenix is sitting nearby, it's just barely off the mark. But Collapse will get this tower, and he's on his way.
အဲ့ရတော့မာတော့
First item will be Shiva's guard this game.
အဲ့ရတော့မာတော့
The reverse of last game. This time it's Spirit. Doing really well in the lanes. I think it's just that mid lane that is kind of struggling, though maybe not that surprising. Queen of Pain into Storm, though she started Blink, so maybe could have gone a bit better. I'd love to see them try to help him get some runes because Laura was not able to find a rune last game for a while. And Storm,
တောင်ဝါချိုးတာ90ပဲရတော့တာ
this game you have a keeper, I suppose, so
ကြည့်အောင်
with mana if you have no runes, but still.
90ပဲရလားဝမ်း
They're gonna
ကာ
get
လိုက်
a
တော့
little bit of
အေး
damage to Collapse. He's very
Oh.
tanky though, so I don't foresee a kill coming their way, but they will manage to push him out for now.
တောင်ဝါချိုးတာ90ပဲရ
They're too powerful.
ဟော
What's he got?
Yeah,
He's got 3 health, 2 attack range, and 1 bonus damage block per fish.
မှန်တယ်ဂိမ်းမစောอ่ะ
It's not too much right.
Touch down one,
but
buy
it's
mana
getting
empty.
there. You also get a fish for leveling up. I don't think it shows in the buffs, but for anyone watching and confused by the fish now in Dota, you get a fish for leveling up, you get a fish for getting kills, you get a fish for people dying
Down, ma.
under your debuffs.
Yeah. I mean, you can just hover.
အာသူတို့ထဲမှာဘာတိုင်းနေမလဲမသိဘူးစလာတာအောက်က
totals that he's gained, which
အမဝေးုံနေ
you know it adds up
အကကြီးလေ
quite fast. Bottom lane Invis rune gained for
Invisible.
Junior on the Queen of Pain, going for that first item, Kaya. Okay, I thought they would save these ancient stacks for Collapse, but Laurel, I guess, needs it a little bit more. Unless Collapse
Just
decides
kidding.
to use a
စုပ်ပြတ်တော့သွားတော့မှာ
most of them go to Laurel here, which is nice.
I like Collapse's choice for this casual shawl. He'll build something out of it later, but
Okay,
pretty
never mind.
cheap now, and you just get 10 extra magic resist. Which
ပုတ်ပြီး
before-
ပုတ်ပြီး
Ooh, Toro getting low, but okay, he's okay.
အဲ့တော့မာစီရဲ့စလာတာရဲ့
Pretty low commitment.
တင်မှာဒီကောင်တော့ပါပြီ
Coming through.
ဟောတော့ပါပြီရော
Should be a very easy kill.
very easy
Believe
kill
that's Max Crush now on notice. He's
လူရာစီကိုလိုက်မယ်အေးတိုက်ကြီးကြလာပြီမင်းတို့ဘက်
the gap here onto Yotoro, but
ပြစ်မှာ
Tide Hunt
ပြစ်မှာ M1 နဲ့ပြက်လို့ရတယ်
gonna put a stop to this.
အဲ့မှာအေး
Tide Hunter
Yo.
goes. I don't think
Yo.
anyone else is gonna go. You have to commit a lot to
ဝမ်းလေးပြစ်ပြီးတော့ထိုင်ပြစ်လိုက်တော့မလား
Look at this chase bot.
လိုက်တာလို့ကြည့်အောင်
Give me your fish.
အော်သိညစ်တဲ့အကောင်နောက်ကြီးရ
He's
လဲ
just a
လိုက်နေ
hungry lad, man.
ဒမ်းမီတော့ထွက်တော့အကောင်ကြည့်ရတာ
He gets 2 fish when he kills Slardar.
อืม
That would be true. I would like that for lore reasons.
ငမန်းကြီးနဲ့ငမန်းကြီးနဲ့
Except 1 fish if they add a
Yeah,
custom
going
animation
to.
where he just eats Slardar.
Or any of the, like,
Any of the fish.
yeah,
မ
any
န်း
of
ကြီး
the
နဲ့
fish
ရေရ
heroes.
ကောင်နဲ့တွေ့
Yeah. It needs to be gruesome, like Attack on Titan status, where they just start getting chopped in half.
You gotta raise the rating on this game.
ဝင်မလားဝင်မလား
Brutal.
ဘူးမလည်းမရှိဘူးရ
12-minute
အော်
power.
ပေါ်တယ်စောင့်တာအော်ဒဘယ်ဒမ်းမီ
Picked up for
ပြော
collab.
တောင်ချိုးပြီ
And even scarier.
တောင်ချိုးပြီတောင်ချိုးပြီဒဘယ်ဒမ်းမီနဲ့တောင်ချိုး
Not gonna survive
Oh.
this.
တော့အိုင်မ
I mean, how do you deal with
Này
it?
gì
Right? He has bought a plate mail and a
ပြီးရှမ်းရှိရဲကွာ
he has a
အောက်
chicken
မှာ
fest,
တာဝါကြီးကသွေးပြည့်
4 fish, of course. Right? He's so tanky. His resistances
So
are really high
tanky.
at this point. And a lot of your damage is physical, which he will then hit you with the
တောင်လိုက်ရှာပြီးတော့
smash
တောင်
and reduce your damage. You need Phoenix and Queen of Pain and a
အ
lot
ဖာ
of
လုံးက
time
တတ်မှတ်ရမှာ
which is why I like that
အဲ့ရ
character,
မှာပဲဒီ
right?
ဟီးရိုးတွေက
It's, yeah, the one way they have to kill him. At least till Watson gets really
Còn-
farmed.
còn nó-
he's
nó
still
còn- nó còn
really
đặt hay lâu
green,
à?
So you're not worried about him for 5 more minutes. At least Tide's not worried about him. Rue's got to be a little careful.
radiant ရ
I
တော့
mean, he's
Don't
gonna
need.
have it in like a minute. Like Radiance is almost done.
5မိနစ်73မိနစ်
Very close
14
to
မိနစ်
having it, but
အေးတေးရော
jump in, okay. Never mind.
အာအဲ့ကွာကြီးကလည်းစိုးတယ်ဗျ
Marcy still seemingly
Cái
does
tem
a
giờ
lot of
rồi à, nó?
damage with Unleash. Add a little bit of minus armor from the acid spray. That'll do it.
မာစီဆလာဒါရောမာစီအခီမီရောမိုက်တယ်
And he's not collapsed, you know?
ဥဝင်တော့မခွဲနိုင်ပါမလားဟိုဘက်က disable တွေနဲ့
All the other heroes still have to be worried about what Yandex has.
ဗဒယ်ကြီးတွေကတော့မြန်မြန်ဆန်ဆန်ကြီးရမှာ
In their face, you're not going to start stealing
ကွာ
their
နိုဝါတို့စောနေဝေး
triangle farm.
ဘာဘီ
Panto to kind of like scout.
overgrow ပြေအကီးပါရဲ့ဝယ်လို့ဝစ်တို့ဘာလို့အဲ့မှာတစ်ချက်
See if they can do this. Notice does get the
Give me
spray,
the
but a
fish.
really
Big
nice
big.
overgrowth here. They have
သုံးပြီ rabbit ra
time to ravage. They want to throw, but a
Mami,
great
ooh.
save from the Marcy. He managed.
အကောင်လေးတော့တရားတယ်အာ
Soxa, yeah, underneath the tier 2.
overgrow ရော rabbit ရောနှစ်ခါကြီးပေးလိုက်ရလေအဲ့ဒီက what the fuck ပြောင်းအေး
Good play there from Yandex.
တကယ်အဲ့ဒီနှစ်ခုပေးလိုက်ရတာမသေးလိုက်ဘူးတဲ့ဆလာဒါ
That's
I
two
jump
big
down.
spells, right? Overgrowth and
I
ravage
jump
committed
down.
for this. It is one of those things where I think Spirit are still pretty dominant.
ဒါပေမဲ့
on
fan
map,
ပါပဲ
so
easy မွေရာကြီး
I don't
fan
know how much Yandex can get out of this time that these are on cooldown, but it is still space for Alk, and that is the main thing you're trying to get right now.
ရှိတဲ့ဖြူပါလေးမင်္ဂလာပါနှုတ်လဲဆက်အောင်
Nags on Alchemist.
First Ags
Brilliant.
on maybe.
Brilliant
Queen of
Salim
Pain
ne
could
lai
go
bi,
super
smoke bi.
hard. I'm trying to think
Yo,
who
I'm on.
else. Like, there's no way you just give it to Slar.
Fine game,
I feel like
shoot.
that would be a little rough.
အပေါ်ကဘယ်ကောင်းကြီးရော
Maybe a first item Ags
Hmm.
to Queen of Pain. Scan does come through.
အော်ကြီးဒီဘက်ဒီစမုတ်တာနော်အေး
Smoke, this
အေး
is blink reveal
ဟော
out.
နောက်မှာအေး
Slardar,
အေး
who do they find?
Hey.
Toro gets the
သွားပြီထင်တယ်
first,
ကွတ်တီပဲ
done from Watson as well. It's enough.
တီပဲ
Now you gotta run. You gotta get out of here. The rest of Spirit trying to cut him off. Panto with a nice ward placed aggressively. And they'll look for Soxa. It seems.
အေးရမယ်နောက်တဲ့တကောင်ထပ်မိ
That
ပြီ
they do
အိုး
manage to find the tree first, and
Yo.
with that Panto is dead instead.
ဘောကပြန်လိုက်နေပြီမဲလိုက်ပြီဘောက
Clean 2 kills there for Yandex.
ဘောကမဲလိုက်
Getting back on track a little bit. The gold lead's pretty close. Technically, you're behind when you have an alchemist, right? You're supposed to have the gold lead. That goes back
သူ
to
ချကိုချတော့ကြိုက်တယ်ဒါပေမဲ့
going so well
16မိနစ်လောက်ရှိနေဦးမလား4 5ရှိတယ်ချအောင်
build that gold difference.
အဲ့ဆိုရင်ပြီးချရမယ်ကောင်း
Well,
ပြီ
we
ကွာ
usually see him go for the blink and other items. The Ags, I'm still thinking through this. The new
အော်
Ags,
ရှိရောရှိရော
yeah, the Scream of Pain is pretty good. Like the when it activates with the dagger, and the damage went up a little bit, I think, in the recent patch.
I mean, the amount of bonus gold it generates.
အော် fan နေပြန်ပြီကွာနေချက်ပဲဟေးမင်းတို့ကောင်ကြီးကလေမင်းတို့ကောင်ကြီးက
I
လေ
didn't do the math on
အ
how
မုတ်လေးတော့
quickly
လုံး
it
လိုက်
pays
အောင်
back.
အမ
I mean,
You know that you get it
အခင်းမကြီးကတော့နဝက်ကြီးကထောင်းလာမှာပဲ
Bro,
ဘောစီရ
maybe
ကြီး
I
နဝက်
can't
1000
handle
နဲ့
that.
အပြသွား
I need a spreadsheet.
အပြရတော့မှာဟာထောင်းနေရတယ်တစ်ချောင်းလိုတာ900 800လောက်လိုတာ
I'd have to like
And
pull
yeah,
up
like-
Excel, make a graph, and see how quick,
စိတ်ရမယ်
like what the actual number of CS you need for it to pay itself off is.
အဲ့နဲ့စိတ်နေရ
The thing
အ
is,
စီ
like, if they continue this strategy where they're just like making space for the alchemist, it does pay itself off. Like, I would assume relatively fast. I'm guessing they've done the math on this. The question is, who's gonna get the first ags? You know, like, is it just
ညီရတော့မှာအဲ့နားလေးမှာညီရတော့မှာအဲ့နားလေးမှာညီရတော့အဲ့အေးတွေ့တယ်ရောင်းလဲတွေ့တယ်ဟောင်းလဲတွေ့တယ် ပေါ်မှာလည်းဆုံးနေဝေးဝက
Nice vortex, but a save for the pick me up.
Yo,
They
huh?
are out. They committed this sonic wave for this as well. Blink from
Oh.
Pure Junior up onto the high ground, going for the TP. He's gonna make it.
ဒဲမင်မလောက်ဘူး
So another disengage from Yandex. They find nothing on Spirit. This is a 5-hero rotation.
ဒီဝဲတော့ဟုတ်ပြီ
They're gonna keep moving in though. They are just restricting the map even if you don't get kills, which Alchemist might be getting farmed, but are the rest of
ဥ
your
တောင်
heroes
တန်းကြီးမ
getting
ပြေ
farmed?
ဘူး
Okay, now it looks funny because Alchemist did just give the eggs over to Chira Jr. So will this
ဘူရှန်ကိုင်းမလား
pay off?
ဘူရှန်ကိုင်းနိုင်မလား
Okay, with the change to Scream of Pain, there's no way she dies to her own ags at the
Bama, di
this
Bama.
point in the game, right?
It's kind of early, yeah.
Because like,
She's almost at the
it's a
Sanj and
lot of
Yasha.
damage.
She'll heal.
Like, 25% of the Scream
It's
damage
gotta
is
be
a lot.
fine, right? Surely
know,
they tested
man.
it. I'm sure it's fine.
It would be hilarious. If,
Pretty comical.
Yeah, yeah,
that
man,
actually
yeah, shit.
happens, like she gets like a
ဒီကောင်က
5-hero
ပြဆိုးရ
character
ပါ
that actually
အခင်းမကဟို
instantly
လောက်ပြီ
dies.
ကိုက်ပြီ
That I would, you know,
နောက်ကထိတ်ဆုံးရ
that
ပါ
would be a funny moment. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I want to see it.
ပေါင်းရန်တက်တာပါနော်
They have a lot of healing on the side of Spirit, though, between the... Well, Treant's healing is a little harder to enact nowadays, but you... Ooh, is this intentional?
Definitely not, but you know,
They're gonna get him in the
အဲ့လိုလေးလေလိုက်တက်ပါအောင်လို့
Storm finally finding a kill. That's actually his first kill. All these rotations, like you said, have not quite paid off.
အော်
That's
သူ
his
ပြီးရတော့
first
ကောင်း
kill
ပါ
on
ပြီ
Ice Stack at 19 minutes.
မာစီအစီ
well,
မာစီ
with
ကကဲ
this,
နေလို့
they
မာစီကို
will-
ရင်အေး
once they put some pressure on bottom, but the big tight hunter.
Oh.
team- okay.
Easy
ပြော
command.
စောင့်နေတာအုတ်လိုက်ကြီးစောင့်နေတာ surprise motherfucker ဖြစ်သွားပြီ
I don't know for how much longer.
surprise motherfucker ဖြစ်သွားပြီ
The
အုတ်လိုက်ကြီးစောင့်
burst damage on this lineup is incredibly high, right? It's one of the reasons
ဒီ
Mars
စပရက်က2စီးနဲ့တော့ရှုံးလာလား
so
စပရက်နဲ့